brothers and sisters, followers of the oppressed Sheikh Zakzaky'S. Good afternoon. I'm sure the National Assembly board chambers are fully aware that on the 25th of December, on 15th of December 2015, the Nigerian army, fully armed, went to the residence of our leader Sheikh Zakzaky'S, killed his children before him, killed more than 1,000 of his followers, some of which were even born to death. Sheikh Zakzaky'S and his wife and their children were met in a room, and they opened fire on them. They killed their children before them, 3 of their sons. They shoot his wife before him all over her body. They shoot him all over his body, including his eyes. And they dragged the bleeding body of these oppressed people on top of the corpses of their children. They brought them down to Abuja and kept them without proper medical treatment. A competent court of law here in Abuja has ordered the federal government to free Sheikh Zakzaky'S and his wife. The court went ahead to say the detention of Sheikh Zakzaky'S is unconstitutional, and it is a total violation of his fundamental right to live, right to speak, right to work, right for everything that the government should do, that the government refused. And the government keep on telling the masses that the Sheikh has committed no offense, that they are keeping him in what they call protective custody. But shamelessly last year, this government took Sheikh Zakzaky'S to Kaduna State High Court of Justice and charging him with some unacceptable offenses. The Sheikh, not even the gunshot. Till today, there is no positive response from this government. The only response by this government was killing of his followers while protesting for his seeking for his freedom, despite that the High Court has ordered for it. Remember, during the massacre, his elder sister Hajia Fatima, she was 65 years old. She was locked up inside a room by Nigerian army and set off fire until she died, seeking for it. Everybody is aware of this. I believe the National Assembly is fully aware because we have submitted a lot of documents. There was a day that we were here, Honorable Adodogwa comes out to address us. He has this to say, that your leader is my leader, your Sheikh is my Sheikh, your Malam is my Malam. I will never fold my hands and allow him to be oppressed. Today is 4 years, not just the shooting. Now, on the late April, the delegation of medical doctors, remember the doctors that were brought by the DSS here in Abuja has been recommending that the government should allow Sheikh Zakzaky'S to be flown abroad for proper medication because they don't have facilities to handle his case here in Nigeria. This government refused. But later, on the late April, the government allowed his doctors, including foreign doctors, to come and see him under the order of the courts. These doctors, they went to see Sheikh Zakzaky'S. They carried out their investigation, and their report and recommendation was out, and it was duly submitted to National Assembly Board Chamber. It was submitted to the Federal Executive Council, to the National Human Rights Commission, the DSS. So many, all the appropriate authorities were being duly handed over this issue, but they are keeping mute for over 3 months now. From the result of the tests, the doctors has this to say from their investigation that Sheikh Zakzaky'S, there is lead poison was found in his blood, and according to researchers, any adult whose lead poison level go beyond 10 milligram per deciliter in his body, such a person's life is in a critical situation and he is in need of to remove that, and such person's life is in danger. But for Sheikh Zakzaky'S, according to the results, according to the doctors, that the blood lead poison in his blood was 201.78 milligram per deciliter. But these things are duly submitted to the presidency and others, but they are keeping mute. The only response by the presidency was telling the police officers to stop these protesters from protesting, seeking for the freedom of our leader. It has been happening these days. Late October 2018, there was this massacre at Kubo checking point. While we are carrying out our religious activities, the guard brigade comes out with even using 50 caliber machine gun. They attack us, they kill 46 people instantly at that point. And remember, guard brigade, we are only answerable to Mr. President. Without wasting much of your time, we are fully aware. We are citizens of Nigeria. We know all the we know everything about this country. The National Assembly is one of the three arms of government, and it has every right to challenge any other arms of government that is violating the law of this land. So the National Assembly has every right to call on the President of Nigeria to allow Sheikh Zakzaky to go for medication. He's seriously sick. As it is now, his blood lead poison level is 201. Meanwhile, for a normal human being, anybody whose blood lead poison go beyond 10, such a person's life is in danger, except if the National Assembly will fold its hand and allow Sheikh Zakzaky to die in detention. That is why we have been coming. We have submitted. There is no information that has not been duly submitted to National Assembly. So that is why we are here, and we want to make it categorically to say it, that anybody that is involved in killing our brothers and sisters should know that a day shall come that the law of this land must work on such a person. A lot of them has felt their election, they are back now to the community. Remember, you can't kill my father, kill my mother, put them in a mass grave without even allowing me to see their corpse, and come back to the community where I stay and expect to live in a peace with me. Should I put my hands and allow you seeing you? It's better for the appropriate authorities to act. Let the National Assembly call on this president to allow Sheikh Zakzaky to go urgently. If even from now to tomorrow morning, wasting in any hour, Sheikh Zakzaky may lose his life, and it will not provide good atmosphere to Nigerians, to anybody that is involved in this. Please and please, they should do the right thing. And I want to even make this thing clear, that they should let them know, let the presidency know that we will never stop calling for justice until justice is done. No amount of killing, no amount of intimidation will stop us from protesting in Abuja. The only thing that will stop this protest is to allow Sheikh Zakzaky go. Free him. He has committed no offense to anybody. Thank you very much.
I would like to first of all welcome this very important delegation of the Nigerian movement, Islamic movement of Nigeria. I, on behalf of the leadership of the House of Representatives, and by extension the leadership of the Senate, our sister chamber, I stand here by name Honorable Al-Hassan Ado Dogwa, the leader of the House of Representatives. You are welcome to the House of the Nigerian people. You are welcome to a platform where you, our boys, can pass through us and be heard. The 9th House of Representatives, only recently, after inauguration, with the wisdom of our Speaker, has marshaled out robust and very unprecedented legislative agenda. And part of this legislative agenda is his commitment, the Speaker's commitment, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, to entrench absolute and effective entrenchment of the rule of law in the land. What you are doing here, I want to say on behalf of the House and the National Assembly, is a just cause. What you are doing here is your right. What you come here for is your entitlement constitutionally. I see before me thousands of respected gentlemen, who are most of whom are Islamic ulamas, my own ulamas, women, youth, and a lot of other creed of people, respected people, coming peacefully to do exactly what you are granted by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And for this sole reason, that you decided to play by the rules, we also have to come on behalf of the National Assembly, engage with you, receive the issues you are raising, your concerns, and we are receiving them in our right hands. And I assure you, we will deliver to the right hands. The National Assembly, as an institution of democracy, is one that has the instrumentality of enforcement of law and order. And on the other hand, we are the representatives of the Nigerian people. part of which your humble selves are Nigerian. This is your house. This is where you can cry out. And when you cry out through us, you must be heard. There is one issue that my gentleman, young gentleman, raised. Coincidentally, a couple of years back, I was the same Alhassan Ado Dogwa that was mandated by the leadership of the 8th House of Representatives to come and engage with you here. I want to stand bold to tell you, the 8th House of Representatives is now history. It has gone with its old leadership. With due respect to them, I was part of it. We have just entrenched and engendered a new leadership of the 9th House of Representatives and the 9th National Assembly, led by the chairman of the National Assembly, distinguished Senator Ahmed Lawal, and co-chaired, by the Vice Chairman, Right Honorable Speaker Femi Bajabiamila. Coincidentally, with due respect to every other religious inclination, these two gentlemen are Muslims like you. They have concern for the Muslim communities and equally concerns for the Christian community. These issues you have raised are issues that we must have to address very seriously. And I want to also remind you, my young gentleman, when you came last 2-3 years, some of the issues you raised are quite different from the ones you are raising here. The ones you have raised now are fundamental. Fundamental because these are issues that are bordering on the life of a citizen of a leader of a significant Islamic group. His health is fundamental. And I think the government of the day must be responsible enough to see to the protection of not only the rights of Nigerians, but must see to the protection of the life and property of innocent Nigerians. Malam Ibrahim El-Zakzaky is somebody we respect up to now. And I want to assure you, I personally and my colleagues collectively and officially respect Malam Ibrahim El-Zakzaky. He is somebody we cannot afford to miss. I would like to therefore at this moment tell you that on the strength of a medical ground that you have raised, medical ground that you have raised about Malam, which I believe is now one of the new things you have brought up, he is automatically entitled to our favorable attention. You are right, you have come through the right channel. I want to give you two commitments. One, being the representative of the leadership of the National Assembly here, I will pass this message to my superiors. Of course, the Senate President, who is the chairman of the National Assembly, distinguished Senator Ahmed Lawal, and his own colleague, who is the Vice Chairman of this Assembly, Right Honorable Femi Bajabiamila. These are respected citizens of this country. These are people who have concern and they have a lot of sensitivity to the plight of the common man across religious divide. I will take this your submission to these two people, and of course carrying along our members of the National Assembly, we will take an effective and sensitive decision and respond to the plight of your aspirations. What I mean is that I will provide a platform based on their acceptance, where we will have a selection of a few gentlemen among you, a few number of people that we can admit into our offices, maybe the office of the Senate President, or that of the Speaker, or we pick an official platform where we can engage you and you engage us. Some of these claims that you have made are only claims at the moment. You may be required to bring some of the substantive things that will authenticate the claims. You give us this, will serve as an instrument. And I definitely assure you, when that is done, we will engage with the government appropriately to see that your desire and your expectation is met. I want to repeat that his medical situation, like you said, is unfortunate. And I also want to assure you that it will be the business of the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, being a civil government and civil democratically elected government, to look at some of these your concerns, and we will be able jointly to address them. A government is always, like you said, a combination of a tripartite institutions. The legislature, which is the voice of the people, the legislature, which is the house of the Nigerian people, of course, is paramount. You may not have had the opportunity, for instance, to have gone to the president directly. You may also not have had the president to go to the other arm of government, judiciary, and address them. But it has always been the practice, international practice, best practices, that this place we call the National Assembly provides you window where you come and ventilate your concerns and your anger. You have done exactly the right thing. And I assure you, I give you my commitments and the commitment of this institution that we will address these issues you raised. And I'm promising you I will collect your contact phone numbers of your leaders, maybe 2 or 3 of them. And as from the time I'm able to convince my colleagues and my superiors, we will get back to you, invite you, discuss further, and this we will do with immediate alacrity. This, I assure you, will be done with all immediacy and urgency, because it's an urgent matter. Let me, on behalf of the leadership of the National Assembly and my distinguished gentle colleagues here from the House of Representatives, your own house, thank you most sincerely for exhibiting yourself in the best form of civil and democratic way of ventilating anger. There is nothing better that we should expect from you. I assure you, we will do our best. And let me finally say, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant Malam a better health. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the opportunity and the wisdom to be catalytic to the solution of this problem. Your problem is a national problem. Your problem is our problem. And I believe God will be on our side to be able to resolve it once and for all. Thank you, and God bless you.